Hey guys, this is James with RogueDuelist TV, and on today's video, we're gonna go through some test hands with the competitive hero deck that I've done a deck profile and combo tutorial on. I highly recommend that you guys see the deck profile and combo tutorial. You can see it in the link that's popping up above my head right now. I would go ahead and check that out, then come back to this video. I wanted to show you guys the level of consistency that this deck has or does not have. As we just go through this entire deck, it's a 46 card deck, and we're just gonna do test hands of 5 card hands and go through all the way until we get to the bottom of the deck. So all I'm going to do is just be able to showcase whether or not we're able to go into full combo or go through another standard hero combo or something like that instead, just to make sure that we can always open up with a strong board. I recently launched my website, which is RogueDuelistTrade.com. You guys can find merch from me and also buy Yu-Gi-Oh product directly from me on RogueDuelistTrade.com. So go ahead and check that out if you'd like to support me as a content creator. All right, guys, so without further ado, let's go ahead and go into our test hands and see how consistent we can be. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is actually a very good hand, and I did shuffle this very well. One downside is drawing into Plague Spreader, but honestly, that's fine. You can still summon this with Halki Fibrax once you get them on the field. Now you have 2 searches, and probably the most important search here is your Infernoble Knight Durendal. You don't want to get this negated because you want to get to Fire Flint Lady. So what I would probably do with this hand, I would attempt to bait out any Ash Blossoms by activating E-Call and seeing what my opponent does. This would probably be a good time for them to Ash you. If they do Ash you, then you can go ahead into your combo by summoning Vion, attaching Durendal, and then getting into your full combo by getting into Fire Flint Lady. Now, if they do not negate the E-Emergency Call, I would probably get Stratos out, and then I would summon my Stratos, but then they could Imperm you, which is where your Mass Change would come in. You activate Mass Change, dodge the Imperm, and then you can go into Durendal, get into Fire Flint Lady in full combo. So that was a good hand. For a 1-for-1. Now let's go into our next hand. So looking okay so far. You really need to get a search or something. So really the best thing you could do with this hand is go into Malicious Bane and then maybe just search a Fire Flint Lady and put that in your hand. Or you could go into Dragoon if you wanted to. So you could go into Malicious Bane, search a Fire Flint Lady with Durendal, summon Fire Flint Lady, then go into your Dragoon if you wanted to do that. So this is really a mediocre hand. This is probably not one of our better hands. You can do something with it, but it's definitely not the best. So Polly, Fire Flint Lady. Okay, not the best. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we can go into a full combo here. It does kind of stink that we drew into our Poly and our Divine Sword, but that's fine. We can still go full combo. We can activate E-Emergency Call, get into Stratos, then Fire Flint Lady, and do the whole shenanigans. Having Ferris isn't bad. This could actually be pretty good depending if you get interrupted, but your opponent would likely interrupt you at the Stratos. This is not a bad hand because you can go full combo. It's actually not bad to draw into Poly sometimes because you could maybe get into a Sunrise or something by having Ferris in hand. There might be things you could do depending on the interruptions. All right, next hand. So we got Quick Launch, Reinforcement of the Army, which is probably one of the better cards to draw into. Ooh, Red Ice Fusion, Vion, so we got full combo, and Fire Flint Lady. So this is actually very good. Go Reinforcement of the Army, try to bait out Ash. And if we're able to search it, I would probably add Stratos to my hand just in case. And because we already had Stratos to hand, instead of searching Stratos with Vion by sending Shadow Mist, we would probably add Liquid Soldier to our hand, where Liquid Soldier's effect can now be activated once you Poly or Miracle Fusion into it by being able to dig into your deck. So this is actually a good hand. And if you get Nibiru, you have Quick Launch, or if your opponent is able to pop any cards on your field or stop you from getting resources, again, this ensures you can get a resource on the field and a tuner at that if needed. So I would say that is definitely a good hand. Let's go into the next one. So we got Mass Change, Quick Launch. So 2 cards that help you play through hand traps, which is great. Stratos, Dark Calling. Oh, what do we get here? And Call by the Grave. This is an odd hand, that's for sure. So you can definitely play through stuff. With Quick Launch, you can at least get into Dragoon. Honestly, what I would probably do is just go into Dragoon by normal summoning Stratos and activating Quick Launch. With Stratos' search, I think I would probably search Vion to hand because that way on my next turn, I can get into a Dark Law, or I can go through some type of shenanigans with Vion if possible. And Call by the Grave could be helpful depending on what your opponent opens up with for hand traps or on their turn. So next, we're going to go into Stratos, Mali, it's not bad. Another Stratos, that's not good. Mass Change. And this. I would probably go into a standard hero play. So I would normal summon Stratos, search Ferris, pitch Mali, special summon Ferris, get out Increase, and special summon Increase in Vion by sending Ferris to the graveyard. If you guys play heroes, you pretty much know what you can do. And you might be able to end with Darklaw Plasma because you drew into Mass Change. So not bad, not great, but not bad. All right, so let's go ahead and draw into our next hand. So we got Liquid Soldier, Miracle Fusion, Increase. So far this is not good. Vion. All right, Inheritage of the Chalice. So this is actually not too bad. You can still go full combo. It's nice to have Liquid Soldier in hand because you don't have to search into it with Isold, which means that you can actually use its effect. You can't really play through any negates necessarily. So it's an okay hand. It's not bad. Right, next, we're gonna draw into E-Call, Heritage of the Chalice. So we already got full combo. Quick Launch, so we have a way to play through some hand traps. Red Eyes, that's not the best. And then also Fireflint Lady. Okay, this is actually a very good hand because again, you can bait out Ash, you can play through Nibiru even more so, or you can ensure that you get resources on the board, and you can be able to search your Stratos and be able to go full combo. So this is a good hand. Next is going to be Stratos, Honest Neos, Grappler Angler. This is probably the one card that you never ever want to see in your hand. You cannot special summon it to the field with Isold if this card is in your hand. But this also does help. If you drew into Quick Launch, then this doesn't matter. So I don't know, we'll see if we draw it into Quick Launch. Shadow Mist. No, we got a Hero Lives. Hero Lives is the best card you could possibly draw because this is a one card combo. You can go full combo with just a Hero Lives.
As I was editing this part of the video, I realized you can actually do something pretty good with this hand, even though we drew into Grappler Angler. So you can activate a Hero Lives, special summon Stratos, add Vion to your hand. Then you normal summon Vion, pitch probably another Vion from your deck, banish that Vion, add Polymerization, and then you would go into Isold. You would likely search Liquid Soldier, but instead of special summoning Grappler Angler, you can special summon Fireflint Lady to the field instead. Then you can send Fireflint Lady to the graveyard to special summon Grappler Angler and still be able to get into your Halki Fibrax. You can actually get to this board that I have on the screen while having Plague Spreader in the graveyard with Mali in hand. So then by your next turn, you can either have discarded your Mali by using a negation with Dragoon during your opponent's turn, or you can normal summon Stratos, add Ferris, discard your Mali to the graveyard, get Ferris onto the field, not use Ferris's effect, and you can still get into Savage Dragon during turn 2. So it's still not bad and gives you something to go into later on.
All right, so let's go ahead into our last hand. So we're gonna draw into Plasma, Durendal. Okay, so Plasma is not terrible because instead of searching Plasma, you can search something else. So this actually is pretty good. It's not bad. You can search into another card for next play. Malicious. Again, you can search something else other than Malicious. You get into your Liquid Soldier and ensure that you can draw into your deck with Liquid Soldier's effect. Rocket Synchron's definitely not good. And okay, thank God. All right, so Stratos. This is actually a pretty good hand minus Rocket Synchron. But if your opponent is able to disrupt you, it wouldn't be great. Now, if you summon Stratos and your opponent ashes you or imperms you, then probably the best thing you can get into is Dragoon. But other than that, you can go into full combo and actually be able to dig deeper in your deck with Liquid Soldier and probably end with an Honest Neos in your hand or an Adusted Gold because you already drew into Plasma for your opponent's turn if you have Honest Neos, or for your next turn in case your opponent is able to disrupt you. So this actually wasn't bad. And because it's a 46 card deck, last card would have been Mass Change, which again helps you play through hand traps and also gets you into cards like Darklaw. All right, so for me drawing into my deck, 6 out of the 9 hands, you actually could go full combo and also play through a certain amount of hand traps, some of them not as good as others. Now you do have hands like this where you drop in a Grappler Angler, and any hand where you draw this kind of sucks, but you can still build a really good board, especially because drawing into a Hero Lives, having Stratos, you have Shadow Mist in hand if you have to go into Ferris. This is actually not bad at all. Now, this hand was definitely not the best. Probably the best thing you could go into is a Dragoon play, but at least the hand is not breaking in a way to where you can do absolutely nothing. You can still do some things, so it's not bad. And then the other hand that was a bit iffy is this one, where probably the best thing you can go into Malicious Bane and or Dragoon. Guys, I don't know if that helped at all. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you enjoy videos like this? I'd really like to get your thoughts. If you guys did enjoy the video, if you want to help grow the channel, make sure you stop right now and like this video for the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you guys enjoy content on deck profiles, combo tutorials, videos like this, and especially Yu-Gi-Oh! Skits, make sure you stop right now and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from me. But guys, thanks for stopping by. Again, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next video on Rogue Duelist TV.